にちは。こんにちは。こんにちは。
Okay, testing sound. Testing sound. Today my laptop doesn't sound like a chainsaw.
Luuk texted me to go over the Exostrider plan at the infirmary. Better get going.
How dare you, game, interrupting my checking the sound. Checking the sound again. I guess I have to be satisfied with that. Okay, we got a new mission, which is exactly what I thought would happen. What? Fred! I'm so sad. So cool. Poverty! Poverty in this game is here. We live with everything. Why do I have to click those parts off to remove those nice parts? When was I supposed to finish one? Yeah, but then I started working, and I never saw that. All the sunlight sucks. Hey.
Perfect wind to glide.
Navora. Has she been staying here to recover? How are you recovering from your injuries, Navora?
Oh, it's you, Rover. Yes. I'm feeling much better. Dr. Herzen took very good care of me. I just did what he said and rested for a few days here, and I barely feel any pain now. Are you here to visit him?
Yes, we have something to discuss. Is he here?
He's in the counseling room next door. My friend Sagrika is in there. It might take a while, huh?
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
That conversation was awkward.
How to put this? I think you can have more faith in yourself, Sigrika.
She's dying.
Faith in myself.
You see, people can be more perceptive than you might realize, including those you care about. So try not to take everything to heart. Go a little easier on yourself. Good or bad, true or false, these things have a way of coming to light. And as your friend Denia said, sometimes a little distraction is good for your health.
Yeah. I'll give it a try. Thank you, Dr. Harrison.
You're welcome. Again, don't push yourself too hard. I take it you're the type who'd suddenly bolt up in bed at night, wide awake, worrying about an exam? And that'd probably go on for a whole week.
Huh? Is it really that obvious?
Only my conjecture. Would you like some candy? Sweets help keep a smile.
Sure. And is it okay for me to come back some other time, Dr. Harrison?
Why, of course. Feel free to visit my office anytime, Sigrika.
So, about that exostrider plan you mentioned, let's get into it.
All in good time. Let's start with something lighter first.
Something lighter?
Any topic at all, but let's slow the tempo a little. You're too eager. Your emotions are clouding your judgment. You must feel it too. Here, a piece of candy. It'll help take the edge off and lighten the mood.
Is he grandpa now?
No thanks.
I understand your anxiety over Imeth's situation. You've always held her dear, but it's taken more out of you than you realize. Things are best taken one step at a time. The exostrider hasn't awakened yet. The key is to pace ourselves. Slow and steady, right?
Okay, you're right. Let's table the exostrider for now. Let's talk about you, Luuk. I trust Imeth. What we experienced together proved she was telling me the truth. And there's a connection there I can't ignore. But you and me? We might be strangers in passing who became confidants, as you put it. But it feels like every conversation we've had just skims the surface. I prefer to know who I'm working with before jumping into something as big as opening the Strider Gate. It'll affect the entire Lahaivori region.
Point taken. It seems a proper introduction is long overdue. Please, ask me anything. I'll answer as candidly as I can.
Are you a consultant from the Black Shores?
That I am not. Work that leaves documented trails doesn't suit my style. But I am acquainted with quite a few bloom bearers.
Imeth said she didn't know you well, but that I could trust you. You also know about the bond between me and her. How?
Imeth is a sharp girl. Even though you never introduced me to her, she could read between the lines of your actions. She's a lot like you. Smart, driven, good at bearing burdens. Though she's proven to be even more stubborn than you are. After you left Lehigh, she came to see me a few times in the name of counseling. To learn about you.
You didn't tell her anything.
I didn't. You had other tasks for me here in Lehigh. You didn't let us properly get to know each other because you wanted to shield her from my line of work. She later stopped these visits after realizing that. Still, I really hoped she would have opened up to me more. You both tend to keep things to yourselves, and that's never good for anyone.
One last question. What did you mean I had other tasks for you?
What about in my line of work? Don't you want to know who he is?
That is a key topic, but not suitable for discussion here. The Space Trek Collective is backed by a number of different nations and powers. Their internal politics are of no concern to us. There are many watching eyes among the support staff. The infirmary is, after all, a public space. Why don't we take this somewhere more private?
To where?
I have a place in mind. Just come with me, Golden Girl.
Golden girl.
More personal business to attend to again, Dr. Herson?
Shh. Just a quick break, Nana. Mind holding down the fort? The next shift will be here soon.
He sounds as if he was going for a quick fuck.
Take care, Doctor. Do try to return in one piece.
No.
Don't worry. I have her with me today.
Someone is watching. Someone is watching behind our back.
Sundermere?
That was quick.
Yes. I keep a small workspace of my own here. Leave them to me. Let's not waste any more time. Right on schedule. I am the vessel. Rise and you. Time to incise. Accurate prediction. Split in four. The Exostrider's sword emits a unique frequency. It shields my workspace from most long-range detection methods.
You picked a good spot.
A small one time.
Quite a stash.
This is what a secret room is about. Now, where were we? Let's start with the conclusion before we get into all the details. You asked me to come to Lahai Roy to watch for any Fraxidus activity.
Uh-huh.
Warren was the first Fraxidus mole you uncovered, and he certainly won't be the last. Think of the Space Trek Collective as a web of competing powers. It's as much a haven for independence as a playground for agendas. An isolated polar region, rich with exoswarm and the potential for technological breakthrough. Lahai Roy is a gold mine, even for the Fraxidus.
You're saying the fall of Helios wasn't their real goal?
It was one of several. After your journey in Huanglong and Renacida, I'm sure you've come to realize their true aim.
The Trinodian. Aleph 1.
Correct. Given the Trinodian's unique nature, it's sure to catch their attention. Moreover, Aleph 1 is closely linked to the Strider Gate, which may be our ticket to outer space.
Spying on the Fraxidus is risky. Why would I have chosen you for this task?
Well, that is a bit of a long story. You've always preferred to see things for yourself. Please, follow me to that table.
Ecor container. What the fuck? Ecor? We examine the transparent container, which appears to have some kind of liquid inside. There's a golden fuel quietly contained inside. You realize it looks identical to the blood that flowed from Luke's hand during your fight in the space station. Complete investigation.
The golden serum, developed by the Naviale group. I prefer its other name, Ichor. My father started it as a medication for rare diseases. But as research progressed, it came to represent something far more ambitious. The drug of evolution.
Evolution. Sounds like something the Fraxidus would like.
Well, on paper it worked. I became its resonator, so it would be unfair to say it was entirely useless.
It can be a resonator of blood.
But I was a rare case who survived. All it cost me was excruciating pain and my colored vision. Most test subjects like me didn't make it. It wasn't until I met you that I realized there was more to the story.
Did your own father experiment on you or something?
The rest is in my study, shall we?
Hello, Signs. Thank you for the follow. How are you? The picture is a child's drawing of a family rendered in simple urban lines. A father and an older and younger brother, each one wearing a big happy. On the back of the framed picture, a scribbled note that reads, "Always happy. Rain hurricane." It must have been drawn years ago, but the frame is carefully preserved so this way.
My brother Ryan drew this picture. Not related by blood. Father took us both in after his own children passed away from a rare illness long ago.
Does it mean that Fermentico Jew is okay now? I don't think so.
Ryan never could handle pain. He was easy to cheer up. Whenever the grown-ups would give me candy, I'd save it all for him.
So that's why he always has candy with him.
Lol.
For a while, I tried to be the perfect son Father wanted. It never worked. So eventually I stopped trying.
Despicable father! Calls child services or something.
It only got worse from there. What Father tried to do to Ryan was unforgivable. And then came that accident.
Really? Heavy factory.
I thought what my father did was a rather mundane story. A cliché. Someone trying to atone for past guilt, only to cause greater harm. Until your hints made me suspect it was someone's staged finale. So I had my father's grave exhumed. It was empty.
What? You examine the burnt page. Many parts of it are illegible due to the burn. It appears to have been salvaged from a fire. Judging by the legible contents, it's a report. It mentions Lahai Roy and Void Matter and was originally destined for the New Federation. At the bottom of the report, you find a signature, Fraxidus Institute.
The entire Lola logistics carrier was already blown to smithereens by the time I recovered this page. I managed a quick glimpse before the fire consumed most of the page. It is a report from an overseer,
A Fraxis Overseer's report on its way to the new Federation?
Yes. Tucked away in a Lola logistics delivery box. The recipient is Eris in the new Federation.
Those 3 items you just showed me. Did the Fraxidus get into Naviale's work after learning about the Icar's potential for evolution?
They didn't just get into our work. They went a step further. Replacement. Have you ever met the Fraxidus' Grand Architect?
The thousand-faced survivor. We met near the Styx Lake, deep within the Dark Tide. Wait. Does this mean your father was...
Yes. My father was just another face the Grand Architect borrowed. Though looking back now, I can't recall the moment the real him was taken.
Ooh, that's so fucked up.
I think the Grand Architect sees life and death as a game. I wouldn't be surprised if Father was even smiling in his coffin as we buried him in that downpour. So, that's your answer. Why did you choose me? Because I have a very personal reason to go after the Fraxidus. Hatred.
Hatred. Even now?
Now, it has become something of a habit. Continue this train of investigation and you'll see for yourself what they are. But before you do, there's something I should share. My friends in the Black Shores told me you've already had a few run-ins with certain overseers. Is that right?
3. Cristoforo, Frolova, and Scar. Plus the Grand Architect you mentioned.
Ah, those names do ring a bell. Frolova is codenamed Hecate. Cristoforo? Arachnos. Intriguing, isn't it? The flair they have for their own branding.
Lol.
But it's a telling detail. The codename can reveal its owner's style, personal tastes, and even ambitions. Think about it. A powerful resonator who causes chaos at random leaves no trail to follow. But give them a preference, a pattern. We can start to build a profile from the pieces. I've been compiling reports on the Overseers for years. Allow me to share what I've learned so far. I've reactivated your access. You'll find the door controls right over there. The Fraxidus is loosely organized. Most of its members have only undergone basic, artificially induced body modification. They're not terribly difficult to neutralize. But if you encounter artificers with more creative modifications, you're likely looking at the handiwork of Hydra. Hydra is their leading mind on human evolution and body modifications. Whoever they are, they often work in tandem with Siren.
I guess?
In other words, if you spot one, be on guard in case the other is lurking close by. Zashiki Warashi won't require much of your attention. This overseer primarily operates in Ashinohara, a region that's been largely destroyed by the Lament.
Why would they do anything there if it was destroyed, though?
Ashinohara. I've heard of it somewhere before.
The girl we had in the infirmary for a while. Chisa, I remember. The city that trapped her, Onami, is part of Ashinohara. Now, on to 2 key pieces of the puzzle. I did say the Fraxidus was a loose organization, but even the most scattered cells still need funding to function. Remember that report from earlier? It's only a matter of time before you go to the new Federation. And based on the intel I've gathered, that's their most critical base of operations. And where you'll find Eris.
How critical? Do they operate in the open?
Not exactly. But in a place where money talks, they must have members in the highest echelons of government and business. Key members. Their foothold in the new Federation has given them immense leverage. With that endless stream of wealth, the Fraxidus operates with impunity across the planet. Speaking of which, Star Torch Academy is also heavily funded by the new Federation. To be blunt, they're the Space Trek Collective's single largest donor.
Eris, huh? Duly noted. I'm assuming the other key piece is the Grand Architect.
The Fraxidus Grand Architect. Their true name is unknown. They only appear through borrowed identities. Real people, legendary beings, and even the phantoms of the dead from others' memories. I did brush shoulders with them once. It was a shame. I had no idea at the time, and missed my shot. This pen was the only thing I brought back from that great fire. I have yet to decipher the lettering, but it shows one thing for sure. The Grand Architect has been around for a very, very long time. It's a pity you called me to the High Roy. Otherwise, I would have continued following that trail. But you always have a good reason, right?
Well, I don't remember.
You uncovered all this by yourself?
More or less. I did have some help along the way.
To get your hands on one of the Grand Architect's personal items, you did more than just follow a trail. You infiltrated them.
Playing along with them isn't that difficult once you get the hang of it. Like I said, they are a loose organization.
Knowing the Fraxidus, stealing all that intel on the Overseers is risky, no matter how loose they are. Each infiltration will only be more dangerous than the last. Luuk, how can a doctor who doesn't value his own life save anyone else's?
Ooh, heavy question asked. His face is so sad.
You know, this is the second time you've said those words to me.
LOL.
They got away again. If I hadn't been so cautious, I could have taken care of them this time. I should send today's findings to her. It's been 2 years. I suppose I'm due for a report. Good. You got the intel. Would have been a shame if I got myself killed for nothing. You want me to go to the High Roy? Why?
There's evidence of their activity in the High Roy. I need you to keep an eye on things. And frankly, you need a break.
Oh, she's sending him on a job vacation.
Now is not the right time.
You've already drawn enough attention. Do we really have to wait for you to get killed to decide it's the right time? How can a doctor save anyone else's life if he doesn't value his own? Keep pushing like this, and you'll be no different from them.
Not pulling any punches, are you?
Trust me, that's only the warm-up. The High Roy is a nice place, Luuk. Bright, passionate students, beautiful snow. Perfect for slowing things down. Listen to me on this. Come.
Very well. As you wish. So I've led a leisurely life in the High Roy ever since. No need to worry. I know my limits.
Oh. Wow. You can see gold, but nothing else.
Let's set aside the Fraxidus for now. We should discuss the Exostrider plan. But first, tell me what happened to you and Imeth in the Frostlands.
You briefly recount to Luuk the events in the Frostlands.
I see. Imeth, she... No wonder you're in such a state.
I understand her reasons. She was fighting for her dream, for the High Roy in the only way she knew how. And I respect that. The fate she chose for herself. But I won't accept it. There's more I haven't tried. I'm not done fighting for her.
Big sister will save you.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to give up so easily. Now, about the Exostrider. It started with the Space Trek Collective finding a giant solid-skin root network in Bjartar Woods. They identified it as the lid, sealing the Strider Gate, so to speak. It keeps the Threnodians' fractured forms sealed on both sides of the Strider Gate. Break it, and these forms will reunite. That wouldn't just spell the High Roy's doomsday, but the entire world. But the Collective still yearned to open that gateway, to explore the unknown. So, they created the Synchronists. The idea was to use augmented resonance to amplify the Exostrider's power, hoping that would keep the Threnodians suppressed. But lately, the Threnodians' attacks on the seal have been increasing. I'm afraid the Fraxidus is also getting ready to make a move. With the reactor core returned, all you need now is a little patience. Wait for the Exostrider to awaken. Then we can focus on how to use it to find Imeth. You were a synchronist in the Academy once before. I'll speak with Lucilla about getting you piloting access.
Then I'll wait for your news, Luuk.
Certainly, but our immediate priority should be the Fraxidus. I have a feeling they're planning to sabotage our plans for the Exostrider. Rover said she'd like to check on the Exostrider in the Frostlands before she left. Well, it could be a way to take her mind off things. Now then.
Dr. Herson, is something the matter?
Must you always assume the worst, Lucilla? Can't I just call to chat?
I find that highly unlikely, Doctor. Let's skip the preamble. What is it?
Rover.
So this is about Imeth. She was so tight-lipped with me about what happened in the Frostlands. Yet, she spoke to you.
Sitting on our hands won't fix anything. And she was willing to open up. If a friend runs into trouble, I'll naturally step in to listen. Besides, what I have to share today benefits the Academy. It could help us get ahead of a few potential issues.
Very well. Let's hear it then. Meet me at the Institute, the usual spot.
Aren't they afraid that the Grand Architect is lurking around these people's faces?
Annie. Oh, Dr. Herson. It's good to see you.
Ethan, you looked fine not long ago. What happened to you?
My thesis. My spot at the...
Hold on. I recall you coming by the infirmary with good news earlier. Something about an institute professor recruiting you for your top marks? Is this the price you have to pay for that? Careful. You might get talked out of the job over health issues.
No, I will get that position at the institute. I'll crawl there if I have to. I'll come back from the dead if I die first.
Lol.
Now you're just delirious. I know getting this opportunity wasn't easy. You can't exactly just ask for time off. Come by my office later. I'll write you a sick note. You can't run yourself like an exoswarm, thinking you'll recharge the moment the sun comes up. It's not how we humans work.
Aww.
Thank you, Doctor. Good things are bound to come your way. This takes me back. I always got my best sleep passed out in your infirmary.
Let's see here. I'm still skipping their physical checkup. Ah, young Luke. What brings you to the Institute today?
Just here to discuss something with someone. How have your shifts been treating you these past few months?
Not bad. You know, these researchers, getting them in for a checkup is like pulling their teeth. I have to hunt them down myself.
Lol.
What do you say we grab a drink after my shift? The meal plans here are all nutritional efficiency. Taste like chewed up cardboard.
Of course. Why don't I show you that scout drone model I just finished while we're at it?
You work fast. You really do enjoy that sort of tinkering.
Taking things apart and putting them back together again is quite stress-relieving. It's a nice way to unwind after a day's work.
Aww.
So, what do you say we sneak over to Rogan's place when we get a minute and liberate the cannon barrel from that precious bot of his?
Lol.
We can put it back after he's had a good meltdown.
I'd rather not be an accomplice to that. It's unethical. And I can't believe you're still holding a grudge over that fish he stewed behind your back.
Lol.
Have a seat, Doctor. Shame. I thought she would come with you.
She's been here before. Things are different now. I prefer not to have her tangled in the collective's trivial matters.
Fair enough. But I'm not like those stubborn old goats you're used to dealing with. I don't chase after pride or rank. All I care about is Star Torch Academy. Now go on. Give me the highlights, Dr. Herson. The Fraxidus. I understand. I'll keep a closer watch. As for piloting the Exostrider, if she is capable, that's fine by me. The Research Institute will see to the preparations. That said, we can't ignore the risks that come with opening the Strider Gate. I have someone in mind who can help. But first, let me have a quick word with her. The Threnodian concerns every one of us at Lahairoi. I'll handle the board as you've asked. You focus on her and the matters here on campus.
Thank you for understanding, Lucilla. President. Our conversation went more smoothly than I expected. I thought you might think I had a hidden agenda. As a thank you, care for some candy?
I'll pass. I'm well aware of your candy outreach program across campus. I've had my fill of sweets over the years. As for what you said earlier, I've been here long enough to know exactly who you are. Thanks to your efforts in uncovering those moles, the Academy is safer, and we have far fewer headaches to worry about. What truly surprised us was your choice to stay all these years and become one of Lahai-Roy's steadfast guardians.
Oh, I'm just glad the president doesn't see me as some busybody.
You're the right kind of busybody, the kind we're happy to have.
A friend of mine sold me on this place. Went on and on about the beautiful snow and the bright, passionate students. Convinced me to come. But when I actually got here, nothing like the brochure she described. Turns out, 8 out of 10 staff members were planted here by different factions. Our students dream of reaching the stars, all while living in a gilded cage. Meanwhile, we have Roya dealing in exoswarm parts and colluding with new Federation smugglers. I know that these students aren't fools. They're the best minds from across the nations. If even I can see what's going on, how could they be blind to it? It's their ideals, their hope for the future that lets them endure the ugly realities of this place without becoming cynical. I only came to Lahai-Roy because a friend recommended it. But now...
Now you've grown to like it here, right?
Yes, same as you, Madam President. An urgent transmission from Nana. If you'll excuse me.
Dr. Hurson, there was a break-in at the infirmary. Ivor is being kidnapped by the one we previously detained, Warren.
What is your status? Are you severely damaged?
No need to worry. Just need time to repair.
Understood. Prioritize damage control after this call. Notify the Academy's security department. It'll take time for them to respond. I'll go after Warren. Which direction did he take her?
Received message from the Academy. They're heading towards the Sky Arc space station in the Frostlands.
It's the Court of Savante space station she and I discovered before. I'm on my way. Warren has escaped. He's taken a student and is heading for one of the debris fields in the Frostlands.
What do you plan to do?
I'm going after him. I'd like you to set up a perimeter there to cut off his escape and prevent any further risks to the Academy.
You want me to secure a perimeter while you go in alone to handle Warren?
I have a hypothesis. One I'd like to verify by myself.
Very well. Your track record warrants it. Go, Dr. Hurson. I'll expect good news.
I guess the practice spy wants to also see the uncovered side that we saw.
Navora, why now?
I know you've been here before. Take me to the data room. Now!
Oh, okay. I'll do anything you say.
They're heading deeper into the station. Is there someplace we haven't discovered yet? Radon's Tantu and sucks. Ash takes form. That's clear.
Huh?
The researchers the Academy stationed here. 2 with gunshot wounds, but still alive. And this one? No vitals.
Ah, death. Luuk stops to administer first.
Their bleeding stopped. I should keep going after Warren.
I guess it's good that the doctor came after the guy. Someone will receive help for guys. Die for nothing.
Right on schedule. Gotcha.
Return to silence!
Tantu and sucks. Spatial anomalies. Did someone reactivate the Skyarc system?
I'll get out of Lahai, Roy. Out of this cursed place.
It appears Warren's taken Navora to the data room we visited earlier. The path is blocked. It's those error modules again. I should use the adapter. It's cleared. Gotta keep moving. Almost there. Now, moment of truth.
I brought the student, just like you asked. So, you... Where are you? Lahai Roy was just a minor setback. I'm still useful. I still have work in the new Federation. I still... Stop hiding! Say something! You! That doctor who's always watching.
You've reached a dead end, Warren. Don't you see that?
It's your dead end!
Uh-huh. Sure.
Skyark's data room. There must be a reason. Is that just impulse? Or perhaps... Entombed in daybreak, split in fully. Imbalance ends here.
Dr. Harrison! Warren, is he?
He's only unconscious. Everything's okay, Navora. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. It's just that he struck me in the back of the neck. It really hurts. I'm really scared.
It's okay. Don't force yourself to hold it in. After a shock like that, it's much better if you let it out. Keeping it bottled up is stressful in itself.
She's behaving weirdly. She looked at the pen.
Take your time. Tell me what happened when you're ready.
Okay. I'll try. I need a moment.
Then rest here for now. I'll go check on Warren.
I fell asleep on the hospital bed. When I woke up and opened my eyes, Warren was pointing a gun at my head. He was frantic, grilled me non-stop about Skyark, and when he found out I'd been to the station before, he forced me to bring him.
I knew it! Something was always off with her since we came here the first time.
Wait! Those researchers by the door!
One of them didn't make it. The other two are still alive.
I see. As for what else happened, I don't really remember.
You are not Navora, you are an imposter.
That's alright. I've already formed a rough theory about his motives now. You should rest, Navora. We'll handle things from here.
Is that so? Then, Dr. Herson, care to share your theory?
Oi, oi. Ooh.
Oh, Doctor. got any way to treat a student?
Fuck!
I'm afraid identity theft is not in the curriculum. Isn't that right, Grand Architect of the Fraxidus? Since you insist on playing the student, I'll offer a lesson. It takes two to play a game.
So that's why he said we will take it out of him from here. I was like, why did he say we if I am not there?
Played me for a fool, didn't you? I was going to kill you for a little one-on-one time with Rover. Shame.
Regrettable that you evaded what was meant for you.
But it's okay. Uncle Warren's dead. Nice and clean.
Being caught out in the open, and still he thought he could just vanish from Lahairoi and get away with this fiasco. The naivety is remarkable.
Anyway, I got back what I wanted too, so I'm a happy girl.
On my way here, I kept wondering why you acted so quickly. Didn't fit your usual style of staying in character until the very end. Just as I thought. You were after this pen.
Yeah, I think he also showed this pen when we first visited this place, and I noticed that Igora was like acting very suspicious, looking at the pen and doing stuff in the background. Like, if it was really a student that was the first time in a certain place, why was she doing so much stuff in the background? The very thought.
Ah, yes, my precious. I couldn't find it anywhere, so it was you who took it from me. This is the first time someone's taken something from you. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. When did you begin to suspect?
If you must know, my suspicions began to deepen during our last visit to the space station, when you feigned that injury. Your acting had been flawless, Grand Architect, but even you cannot mimic what you don't understand. Death itself. To an immortal like you, no matter how many times you die, it's just another lost identity. And I happen to have seen you die before.
Oh? Is this why you've had your eye on me all this time? Let me think. Oops. Can't seem to remember. My bad.
That's asshole move. You destroyed someone's life and you are like that. Also, this is such a fucking annoying thing that they behave this way, but then they had the audacity to tell Rover, we were once your weapon. Do you really think that Rover would actually agree with anything you're doing right now? The one you knew? Because I doubt it.
My real favorite things are the ones that are really old and far, far away.
Me.
But you're something special, Dr. Herson. You're the first person in forever to ever come this close. Without you, the game in the Lahairoi would be so boring. So, you get prizes. And I promise, it's right up your alley. Now, for the first one. At the upcoming new solar celebration, among all the lovely students, stands a member of the Fraxidus. looking forward to that child's performance.
Telling us this doesn't do your spy any good.
But that's what makes it fun! It's a cat and mouse game. The mouse needs to know the cat is coming, or how else will it run fast enough on its little wheel? To win, you just have to be the hunter. And if you do end up catching that child, that just proves they were useless anyway.
That was only the first. What's the next one?
The next prize is right here in this data room. You're so smart, Dr. Herson. I bet you've already figured it out, no? I had so much fun on this little trip to the Sky Arc. So, how did you feel seeing the etheric sea? Oh, home sweet home. Your faraway home. The one you can never, ever go back to.
You are an asshole.
Meeting you there wasn't all for nothing. The look on your face was the sweetest treat.
You are an asshole.
Let's be sure to have more fun like this in the future. Until next time, you two.
I'm starting to think that Praxidus is like a bunch of yandere exes that Rover has.
I wish you a pleasant past, present, and future.
Why did you stop me? You think we couldn't have stopped her here?
Yes. My goal was to gather intelligence, not apprehend the Fraxidus' grand architect. When we dug up my father's empty grave, I realized that it is no simple feat to find an immortal who leaves no trail. The grand architect may appear to act on a whim, but in my observation, that playfulness is just another layer of disguise. There's a purpose behind it. When Nana called earlier, something felt off. Warren is a researcher himself. Why would he need to take a student hostage to investigate a debris field? Even if he did, breaking into the infirmary and letting Nana send a distress call was a sloppy strategy. Of course I'd be the first person she contacted.
So that's why you called me afterwards. I did hear Navarre say you've had her in the infirmary all this time. You were keeping an eye on her then.
I was waiting for her to show her hand. Until then, it was all speculation. I needed to see her end the act to be sure. Immortal, 1,000 faces. We've managed to gather quite a bit of intel on the Grand Architect. If I'm not mistaken, there should be something more important hidden in this room. Otherwise, she wouldn't have called it a prize. These are personnel files from the Skyark space station. This lettering. Do you recall the lead researcher on the Etheric Sea Initiative? The one we saw in the hologram during our first visit?
Professor Junshi.
Yes. During his lecture, he mentioned a scholar who had just joined the project, Wei Ying, but his introduction was cut short.
Yeah, I felt it was on purpose though.
I've found that scholar's record in the system. And her name. The letters of this name are a perfect match with those engraved on that pen.
Really?
Are you saying that scholar is the Grand Architect?
According to these records, the Etheric Sea initiative was stalled due to a lack of funding until she joined. Then, it was pushed back on track. Her involvement influenced the CSC's decision on this project. But everything else about her birthplace, employment history, or academic background is missing.
Sounds like another identity borrowed by the Grand Architect.
Indeed. It seems we've just traced this thousand-faced individual back to an even earlier point in Solaris' history. These records also show Wei Ying took great interest in the CSC and Etheric Sea initiative during that period. That must be why she infiltrated the Skyark space station.
The universe. What secrets is it hiding behind all those infinite stars? I really want to know.
And about that footage... No need to explain. The fewer people who know about your secret, the better. It just occurred to me that this wasn't a coincidence. If her goal in the past involved you, then it's something to keep in mind on your journey ahead.
The Etheric Sea. That might have been my entry point to Solaris after leaving my distant homeland. Wei Ying was interested in the Etheric Sea before its planet-wide spread. Did she want to use it as a medium to reach somewhere beyond? I will. Given her nature, it's only a matter of time before we meet again. The more she appears, the more she gives away. If she enjoys playing games, then it means she'll follow some rules at least. Otherwise, she'd die of boredom.
Exactly. And as I've said before, sometimes style, personal taste, and ambition can be more revealing than intended. The Fraxidus has more than one base in Solaris, and I'm far from the only one with a grudge or an interest in their activities. Until now, the Grand Architect has been like a reflection in water. She never appears as her own person, only by the faces of the already dead. But now, her fascination with what lies beyond all those infinite stars is a thread we can pull. We can start identifying which schemes bear her signature. And the Court of Savante, since our Grand Architect has taken interest in them before, a trip to Mengzhou may be worth a visit.
The Court of Savante was active in Mengzhou?
Just a rumor. They say a city was built there under their direction. There may be clues there. As for the new Federation, you'll likely end up there eventually if you plan to counter the Fraxidus' operations in the future. But not now. Things are too complicated over there, and they handle resonators differently. Even with the Black Shore's backing, going in unprepared would be serious risk.
I'll be cautious. Before Navora, did you find any other traces of this Grand Architect in the High Roy?
Yes. There is this one thing, but it's only speculation. About how Imeth disappeared. From what you told me, she died from overclocking trying to stop the Thernodian over a decade ago. After that incident, the Academy detected cracks on the Thernodian seal in the depths of Biarter Woods. The damage seemed intentional.
You mean...
I believe it was the Grand Architect who damaged the seal, and that led to Imeth's death.
He is so on the blacklist. Rover will beat his ass. Her ass. Whatever the gender is. Them.
Lucila's people will handle things here now. We should leave.
To where?
Let's go clear our minds. You shouldn't sit with this alone. Penny for your thoughts?
There's too many to count.
Feel like talking about it?
Maybe a little. I keep wondering if the choices I made in the past were the right ones. I still don't know why I chose to erase my memories. That one decision cost me my grip on everything. It made me leave so many people behind. You, Imeth, those at the Black Shores, and probably more I don't even know or remember now. I pulled everyone into my grand plan to save the world, and when it mattered most, I wasn't even there. If we can't save Imeth, she'll just be... forgotten. Left to drift in the void forever.
Even if that hadn't happened, your path was always destined to diverge from most of ours. You know your lifespan is immense. Barring some accident, most of us will leave this world long before you. Death and goodbyes are a final lesson no one escapes. But for you, it's a question that lingers for an exceptionally long time.
You're right.
Since you already know that, you should also see that everyone else has already given their answer. You're still the same person you were before. Just as resilient, still bringing hope to others. That's why, after all these years, we're still willing to stand with you. And it's not because you're a supposed savior. It's because you've always been you.
Why is there a sexy sax playing?
And we're not just doing this for you. We're doing it for Solaris. For the future we all chose to fight for. We chose this path ourselves. You have nothing to feel guilty for. One can only move forward by making peace with what's lost. You taught me that a long time ago. In the end, I failed to find my father's murderer. I failed to protect Ryan. I failed to protect my own family.
Aww. Ah, we are in the past now.
But your brother is still alive. You're alive. There's still hope. You did everything you could.
Who knows when I'll wake up next time.
Then we'll make a promise, Luuk. We'll see each other again next winter. You'll open your eyes, and I'll be standing right here. Just like today.
Did she break that promise?
Come now. Enough with that face. Some candy?
Stop being an old man.
You always carry candy with you. You sure they really work?
As in...
It'll help take the edge off and lighten the mood. Your words.
That. Honestly, not really. It's become more of a habit of mine. As a boy, I'd have one whenever things felt too big to handle. The sweetness was a distraction. Something to look forward to. Later, after I inherited Naviale, I realized there were still so many things I couldn't control. So I'd eat them to cope. Especially when I was up to my neck in trouble thanks to my business associates. Even after I left the company and set out to follow the Fraxidus' trail on my own, I'd be chewing on one while I watched those who helped me die right in front of me. Still powerless, it seems.
This is so tragic.
So I've come to believe that no matter how strong a person becomes, not everything can be done perfectly. In life, many things are beyond our control. But I still enjoy candy. It reminds me that meeting people is still a gift, even if I know I might lose them one day. If you let grief and anger burn you out, you become obsessed with results. You forget the joy you felt along the way. A little sweetness helps keep the numbness at bay.
I'll have one of your candies.
I have a feeling this is symbolic. Rover is going to try not to burden herself that.
How does it taste?
Luuk, my chances of saving Imeth? They're pretty slim, aren't they?
They are. You'll need a miracle. But you've always been good at making those happen.
Thanks for the candy.
You're very welcome.
She was there when he was uncovering his father's grave. Jesus Christ. What is that thing? Why does it look like a... Why does it look like a... tentacle? Also, what are you doing? Why are you just... Are you petting it? Checking on it? What is happening? There's also a mission here? What is that? The music keeps playing the sexy song! The game is not pulling any punches!
Time to get back to work.
I wonder what I should do now. Doesn't do exploration mission. Hey, you don't look like one of those virtual beings. You're a player, aren't you? Wait, what? Then you have got to help me. We need to get the hell out of this office. Come on, what are you waiting for? You're doing yourself a favor. If the agent finds out, she'll wipe all your data too. Hold on, I'm confused. Alright, it seems like you have no idea what's going on here. I will give you a rundown. It may sound crazy, but this Solaris as you know it is actually just a game world I created. I'm sorry, what? You're hearing it right. AKF. Swear on my name. Wait, no. IKF. Swear on my name. I'm sorry, but I can't tell you my full name. If I did, the agent would track me down anyway. I'm the creator of this game. This agent. She's an assistant I created to help manage this world and the virtual beings inside of it. My plan was for the virtual beings, that is the humans, to be able to build the in-game world themselves while also performing some maintenance tasks. That way my employees would be free of those tedious tasks and would have more time to focus on new ideas and inventions. But instead the agent went berserk and locked me inside this module without giving me admin access, and she even deleted some players' data. Most players have now lost self-awareness, and you're the only one I found who still has player control, although you don't seem to remember what happened. What the fuck is happening? You have to help me, get me out of here and back to the real world, then I can find a way to get rid of the agent. Okay, how can I help? I've got a plan! It's more on the crazy and bold side, but I'm sure you'll love it. There's a glitch, a hole in the system somewhere out in the Roya Frostlands. If you pass through it, a programming bug will log you out of the game. It's part of our anti-cheat system core coding, so not even the agent can interfere with or log out processes. Okay, so what exactly do I do? Let me think. Only objects moving at an extreme velocity can trigger this glitch. You would need a vehicle like a motorbike. I've mapped out 3 routes. Just ride your motorbike at top speed along them. I will keep an eye out for any glitches. Jesus Christ. Are we doing it? I'm trying to log out of the game.
With the job, I guess.
Ah, fuck. Ah! Ah, what is happening? Where is that glitch that was supposed to log me out?
Windfall profits.
Okay, I guess there were no lurkers here. It was a reward for playing the game. This entire region is not even unlocked on my map. Where is the closest thing? Ah, there.
It was such a radiant light I saw, spilling gently from the sky amid the snowstorm.
That was the shimmer you glimpsed, the Harbinger.
Comes with the job, I guess.
I can see Tentacle from here too. Before I was here, I was looking at that side. Now I can this side. There's another one.
With the job, I guess. With the job, I guess.
LOL. Being attacked. Hey! We're supposed to go there, not pass it by. So this autopilot isn't that smart. It rolled into a rock. Consciousness of Thousand Gates. Infighting Blade. Power of a Bird. Maybe I am poor because I'm not doing any endgame modes. Not that I can. Oh, I am actually close to this one. interesting. Oh, isn't that the house that I was living with IMF? And okay, I've been staring at this cabin for half a minute. Nothing, I just get warming feeling from when I look at the phone.
Efficiency above all.
Where am I? What are you doing here, guys? Shivering creatures. Going to die in the snow. This is horrifying. Is that bird ever going away? Who are you? Ah, stay back! Don't eat me! Huh? Thank goodness, I thought the Corona blight was diving at me. Didn't expect to see anyone here. Are you a Star Trek Academy student? Or, never mind. I've been surveying the Frostlands for a month now, and still no word on when I can head back. Their focus on not dying first. What is this place? What's Corona blight? Chronoblights are powerful exoswarm. They resemble a kind of ancient raptor once native to the land. And this opening next to us leads to the Uphalf Life Chamber, one of the new large-scale research installations in the Frostlands. It allows us to research prehistoric life frozen beneath the ice. Because of staff shortages, it hasn't operated for years. The Research Institute recently launched a reconstruction project and I was part of the first survey team. But the moment I arrived, a chronoblight barged in. I need to understand its behavioral patterns before the reconstruction can continue. It's been 4 system hours. Why won't it leave? So it's you who sent the wavelength message? Message? What message? I may scare easily, but I wouldn't shirk responsibility. I don't call for backup unless absolutely necessary. Sus? Oh no, I didn't send any wavelength message. That said, if you're kind enough to offer help, I won't stop you. One more encounter with that bird and I might lose you. If you have a good solution, I will make sure to thank you properly. I wasn't expected this much space. Wait, there are living creatures here. Oh, that bird is humongous. We have been spotted. It's a robot. What are those weird patches of land in the snow? Some oasis. Are we flying? More like falling.
All right. Where are we off to next?
Okay, let's talk to this person, whoever they are. Habits. Child of soul, the eye through which the Roya behold the world, you are home at last. Child of soul? The eye of Roya? Are you the one who sent the waves lane message? Soul must still watch over us, else one lost in the biting frostland's wings would never have been seen. Greetings, the message earlier was indeed from me. Why are you here? What did your message mean? I'm a shepherd. Not long ago, I came to the Frostlands and guided many Exoswarm back to the Exos Driver. But then, I noticed a Krona blight that heads straight from the flock. The one I just ran into. Yes, that is the one. Every other Exoswarm answered the call, except for this child. Once the others had fulfilled their purpose, I followed it, curious as to where it was going. Ever since it left the flock, it had lost its balance, turning volatile and easily enraged. Until one day I noticed traces of void storm contamination on it. That's why it lost control. No, I believe some of its consciousness remains. What makes you say so? Unlike other rampaging exoswarms, it didn't destroy everything in its path, and it kept moving in one direction. I decided to follow it further, and it eventually led me here. You now stand on land where the royal ancestors once lived in ages past. In those distant times, the royal lived within a flourishing forest known as the Uphalf Forest, and the Krona Claws ruled the sky above. Now the land lies frozen. The royal dwell beneath the earth by the light of the reactor drive, and the Krona Claws have vanished, leaving only exoswarms in their form. You're saying that Krona Blight is trying to go home? Yes, I can think of no other reason for it to return here. But it tried to attack me earlier. I believe there must be a reason. At least it has never harmed me. It seems that you, like me, still harbor doubt. Then let us go to its side, shall we? I too wish to know what has truly happened to it. Thank you for the pause, I guess.
Fine. Comes with the job, I guess.
Loading. I engraft you new.
With style and grace. Taste my resolve. Entertain me. On you go. Foe, be my prey.
Shut up. Come at me.
With pleasure.
All yours.
Oath from the heart. Loading. Diminish. Yay.
I am... On you go. Ha. Freeze me.
Stand away. Huh? What's that? I'm sorry, what? Oh, Oasis! Oasis or whatever English left me. It just grew this forest on its own. In purpose. Is it supposed to be purpose? Apka Forest is awakening. Such a thing can only be achieved by the Ectostrider. Only it knows what the land of the royal ancestors was truly like. The elders of our people have long said that this frozen remnant of Apka Frost was once our homeland. All of this was that Chronoblight's doing. It was trying to restart these facilities to recreate the forest, and it truly be restored. Before we entered this place, I met a researcher. He claimed that these facilities possess the power to reshape an entire ecosystem. My intuition tells me this is beyond human capability. The research institute must have drawn upon the Ectostrider's power. That does sound suspicious. Let's investigate the facility. Hey, this thing smells like that huge furnace that fell from the sky. The scent is similar to the reactor guy. And this must be part of the Ectostrider. That explains everything. This facility was originally part of the Ectostrider, much like the Ectoswarms themselves. That is why the Chronoblight was activated. But it still attacked us. That was because it was contaminated by the Void Storm. Yes, I wonder where it has gone now. Ophelia, may I ask a favor of you? If you uncover any clues regarding its whereabouts, would you be willing to inform me? Even if it has been contaminated, I wish to see it one last time. Such is my duty as a shepherd. To the Ectoswarm I want tended. I do not presume to speak for the Ectostrider, but for the Ectoswarm and for that Chronoblight, I thank you from my heart. Then I shall wait for your message and continue my search for its spy. Until we meet again. That's it. Read the incoming message. Has been some time. Do you still remember me? The Chronoblight I once guarded was contaminated by the Void Storm and vanished in an ice cavern of the Apka Life Chamber. Deep within the cavern, I discovered a new path. I have a sense that it may be somewhere deeper down the path. If you are available, may I trouble you to come here? Here meaning where?
Keep up!
It is good to see you again. Thank you for coming all this way. You discovered a new path? Yes, it is nearby. I have a feeling that the Chronoblight might be somewhere along the path. There is no time to lose. Let's go.
I shall bear witness.
Wow, why are we so quick? Wow, I lost control of the bike. This way, I can definitely smell that big bird from here. I only hope the child has not come too far. Those trees are not frozen at all, but why is it so cold? These plants appear real, yet to the touch they are unbearably cold. It feels as though they are simulated. What we're seeing is a simulation. These trees are still frozen in the permafrost. I see, so the Vtuber's power has recreated the vision of the past. The Research Institute must be gathering data from these simulated environments to observe and study Lahairoi as it once was. Let's continue. What is this? Africa. Four students read this cure.
Fine. Comes with the job, I guess. All of you at once. I don't do overtime. What a waste of time.
Another giant bird! If I'm not mistaken, this one is we followed. Wait.
Fine.
Doesn't look like it!
Job, I guess.
It doesn't look like the one I was fighting with before.
With style and grace.
He wants me to kill it.
My resolve.
And it's suffering. That's animal abuse.
Face me. Causality overturned.
Come at me. All yours.
Now watch closely. On you go. Entertain me. Is that all?
Oh no.
Is that
Really?
all? Present your answer my call. Ha! Then you dare test me. The insolence. Leave it to me. I've had my fun.
I'm really done.
Stay calm. Diminish.
My condolences. It was never meant to harm us. She's free now. Yes. I keep asking myself, why did it choose to return here after the contamination took hold of it? To avoid harming you? Protect the exoswarm? If that were its intent, it could have fled far, away from me and from the exoswarm. So it must have had another reason. Exoswarm are a part of the Exostrider. To return to the Exostrider is to return to one's origin, a homecoming. But it was contaminated by the Void Storm. But its frequency had already been destabilized by the Void Storm. Returning to the Exostrider could have brought unpredictable consequences. Yes, and so to protect the Exostrider, it could not follow the others on that path. But for an exoswarm that has lost the Exostrider, its origin, does it still have a home? That's why it returned to Alpha Forest. This forest was its home. Yes, it had lost its place as an exoswarm, but that was not all it was. It had taken the form of the ancient Chronoclaws and lived by its instinct. In that sense, it truly was a Chronoclaw. It still sought a place of return. It still wished for a home, and that place was this forest. By returning home, it kept the others safe from the Void Storm contamination. Even contaminated, it was still trying to help the Exostrider. I'm not sure I get all of it, but it sounds like that big bird, sorry, the Chronoblight, was a kind fellow. Yes, it remained faithful to its purpose. Thanks to you, I was able to understand its true intent. You have my gratitude. As a shepherd, I have come to the Frostlands countless times to guide Exoswarm back to the Exostrider. But this journey with you and with that Chronoblight has been an experience I have never known before. I shall carry this journey with me always. Through you, I have found a new clarity in my calling as a shepherd and a far deeper understanding of both Exoswarm and Exostrider. If you ever find the time, come back and visit this place again. I will be there then. That child, I wanted to know, this place is our home. We are home now. That's it.
Echoes of the past. At your disposal.
Ah! Why there are two of them? I am not fighting, I am hiding.
Worry not.
Uy, uy. Some combat design. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, this game at all. How is this thing even moving around? Okay, I have officially nothing more to do. Oh, guys, is the point of any event, and I am going to finish streaming in like 30 minutes. And then I don't know why every time I play Wuthering Waves I need to sleep. What that game is doing to my brain? I constantly yawn.
The scales carved into the Academy's architecture.
Exploration. Nobody then we'll finish here. See you tomorrow, I guess. We'll be playing most likely Spell Force again. Then on Thursday, I don't know. Because I checked the Honkai Star Rail, Spinning Waves, Genshin I did last week, and I don't think there was. Oh no, there was an event. There's an event. There's an event now, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.